Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of my mystery tool series here at Tusa Acres. Last week's sneak peek tool was this dude right here, and we'll get right into that. And if you stick around for just a few minutes, I'll give you a sneak peek at next week's mystery tool. All right, so here's the original box it came in. I tried to peel this electrical tape off here. It's probably been on it for 20, 30 years. But as you can read, it's a shim stock punch and die set. All right, so what does that mean? Well, most obviously, you can just use it to punch holes in whether it's metal or cardboard or gaskets, you know, stuff like that. Now you don't have a lot of range, so everything's going to have to be, you know, within that distance of these pins, because you can't get it any deeper into, say, the center of something larger. But mostly this thing is used for making shims in the shape of a washer. So if you need to add space in between bolts or two components on a bolt or something like that, you can punch out your own size shims. And with something like this, you can make it pretty darn exact. Now they make another style that actually has a set of dimples that go in the middle of these, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But the way this one works, you see this grid pattern on here. So what you do is you lay out your lines for, say, the center of a circle. So we'll do that right quick. I'm just going to draw a line and a line. I'll bet the machinist guys out there are losing it right now because I'm not using any bluing of any sort. So now let's get a cross line on here. All right, so we have a fairly squared up line set there. Then let's say we want to make a washer. We'll say, let's say whatever size this is. All right, 1/4 inch inside diameter, and we will go, say what is that, 1/2 inch? No, 5/8 outside diameter, all right? So what we do is we line this guy up here. Oh, yeah, this thing actually, last week when I showed you this, it was kind of stuck with a really small gap in there. I actually went and cleaned up these pegs, and that allows you to adjust the width. And this thing should have some sort of base that allows the knockoff to fall through. It's supposed to sit on a base, and I don't have that base, so we're just going to make do. All right, so I said 1/4 inch inside hole. So you take your crosshairs or lines that you made, and you line them up with I have to look straight on for this myself, then I'll show it to you guys. All right, so now that you can see the lines we scribed line up with the grid lines in the plexiglass, then we take our 1/4 inch punch, put it in our hole here, give her a whack. Okay, it's through. Piece comes out the bottom. I'm just going to tap it to get it through there. Now you can see we have a nice concentric hole right in the dead smack center of our cross lines. Now we do the same thing on the 5/8. Now you can see our 5/8 hole, the grid lines and the plexiglass line up with the lines we scribed. And we do the same thing, punch it through, take our 5/8. There it is. Obviously I didn't do that very good. It's not perfectly concentric, but we would have a washer to stack on. I'm gonna try that one more time just for my own sanity to see if I can get a more concentric one. I don't know if that's just my lines not being square or if I just didn't look at it right. Pretty sure my square is square. Take 1/4 inch first. That's the 5/8. That already looks more centered. Well, it's a little bit better. It's not perfect by any means, but it's certainly better than the first one. So anyway, you can see how the addition of having a dimpled bottom of or a piloted bottom of your punch would make a huge difference. You can punch out your 1/4 inch hole and then have a 1/4 inch pilot on the bottom of your outside diameter punch, and then it's going to center it perfectly every time. So that is a different set, and I don't know if maybe I could just get a different punch set for this. And again, this is gonna just be one of them tools that's kind of neat to have, but I don't usually do that kind of precision work. I'm not really a machinist. I like to tinker with the stuff every now and then, but it is one of those things that's kind of handy to have, and I got it for a pretty good price. These things go for a couple $100 a set, and I got it for, I think, 30 bucks, so I'm not gonna complain. All right, for the sneak peek of next week, these are Craftsman made, Sears Craftsman, just some pliers. That's what the ends of them look like. If anybody knows what those are for, go ahead and throw it in the comments, and we'll go over it next week. All right, well, that's it for this week. Thanks for stopping by. If you got any questions or comments, you know what to do, and we'll see you next week.